If you're listening to this, there's a good chance you work within the real estate investing industry. There's another good chance that you would like to increase the sales of your products or services. Well, you're in the right place. United States Real Estate Investor is a platform you need to place your brand directly in front of your target audience. With our focused, growing audience of real estate investing beginners, enthusiasts, and seasoned professionals, you can continually reach our captivated viewers and listeners with ease. To learn more or to get started today, just visit UnitedStatesRealEstateInvestor.com/advertising. That's UnitedStatesRealEstateInvestor.com/advertising. Get ready to increase your brand awareness and your bottom line. Attract clients with content.
Universe. Media. Network. 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 Network.
In real estate investing, where we separate the noise from the news. I'm your host, James Brown, and I show people how they can make safe, secure returns through our pre-vetted passive investments. Feel free to download our ebook, The Astute Investor, the top 10 mistakes investors make and how to avoid them, or join our private investor club so you can get exclusive opportunity alerts that we don't actually advertise to the general public. Just go to acceleratemycapital.com. In this episode, we're going to be breaking down a variety of real estate investing news items, including mega investors snapping up properties, NAR antitrust suit, Bled Realtors dry, and Six Flags real estate monetization push. Don't forget, if you're watching live on YouTube, you can share your thoughts and questions during the show. Let's start the show. All right. Normally we have 3 guests, but had some screw up. So we have
just us, huh?
Just us, the 2 Jameses.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah. So
Double James.
We can do this. We can do this.
We got it.
Let's see. Why don't you kind of give people an idea of what you do? Share your background, types of investing you do.
Yeah. So my name is James Michener. I'm here in Prescott, Arizona, which is about an hour and a half north of Phoenix. Been selling real estate for over a decade, going on my 13th year here. And right now I run a real estate team of 6 agents. We sell about 200 to 300 homes a year, which is pretty cool. I do about 50 to 100 of those. I back down from, I used to do 150 a year just by myself. And so now I have that real estate portfolio of those 35 rental properties, half of which are paid off, which is amazing. And do some private money loans and fix and flips, which I got 4 of those going, and a little bit of wholesale as well. So I've got a little wholesale group. And then got a beautiful little family, which I absolutely adore. And yeah, real estate is not, for me, it's not a job. It's like, I would say it's a hobby. It's something I enjoy at this point in time. So yeah, excited to be on the show as always with you guys.
Yeah, man, that's a good spot to be in.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
My buddy said, hey, fill out this PFS for me, the personal financial statement. And I was like, okay. Because him and I do loans together, and he emailed me back. He's like, dude, you're in such a good spot. Because he's about 50 and I'm 37. And he's like, man, you have just done so well, which I'm super, I know that, but sometimes it's hard for me. My goalpost is always moving, Yeah.
I hear
And it's hard for me to like really realize I want to get to the 50 grand mark a month in passive income, which I would feel pretty good about. I'm a little over 30 right now. So yeah, it's good, but I really enjoy helping people. I like to be, my new title is called janitor, because I have to clean up stuff all the time and make stuff neat and tidy and stuff shit. So anyways, yeah. But that's what real estate is, it's always been a really big challenge. And I think that's one of the things I like is it's not sure it could be the same thing over and over again. Like a lot of people could see it that way, but through my lens, like there's different people, there's different properties, there's different scenarios. There's just always something new that's coming up, right? So it's always keeping me on my toes. I don't really have time to get bored. And now one of the biggest things that occupies my mind is how do I mix in my work with my family and my own personal time, So that's been an adventure in itself as well. So,
finding a balance is tough.
Yep. It is.
And it doesn't, when we love what we do, we get excited and it's fresh.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like work, but then you're like, maybe like I love dirt biking and kiteboarding and like I need to go do that stuff too. Like that's good for my soul, clear my head,
Well, you like snowboarding too, right? I see your snowboard back there.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's
Where are you out of? Where are you?
I'm in Denver. I'm in Denver.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
How's your guys' market?
Yeah, it's starting to wake up a little bit, but
nice.
I mainly focus on listings. And so that's been challenging for getting sellers to like understand, hey, it's not 2020.
Yeah, that's been my biggest thing too. I've lost a lot of listings this year because of pricing, but I don't, honestly, I really don't care because, I don't want to waste my money. I don't want to waste my time. And like I tell them, you're going to have somebody else that's going to come and tell you a price. You'll probably lower it. But, if you want them to sign a document that says if they come below this price, then they owe me the commission. Let's see how trustworthy they are on that end. Because if somebody's willing to sign a listing agreement that says, hey, I owe James Michener X amount of my commission if it sells below this price, then, and I tell people that all the time. Like I say, this is the price I recommend. And if I don't sell it for that, or if it goes below this price, I'll drop my commission to this commission. Like that's how confident I am in it. And it will help a lot. So,
yeah, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
Cool. So. Well, I know you and I could talk a bunch more, and we are, but after this, another time. But let's get into the meat of the show. Get into the news. From the Big Bend Sentinel, Indiana men sentenced in Marfa real estate wire fraud scheme. So 2 guys in Indiana were sentenced to prison for orchestrating a wire fraud scheme. This was actually in Marfa, Texas.
Oh, wow.
They tricked a buyer into wiring $60,000 to a fraudulent account. So I guess they spoofed the title company's email. Got them.
Dude, just from like a God perspective, like how can you do that? Like you're going to have to answer at some point in time. Like, like God's watching everything. Like, and karma is a true thing in my opinion. Like why do that type of stuff? I just I don't get it. I've never been sued. Hopefully I never get sued, and I just try to do things above board. So yeah.
God, my last transaction, I found out after the fact from the buyer agent that the buyer wanted to sue me. He had no grounds for it.
Why?
This is a long story, but basically it was, so it was a hoarder situation.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have even taken this listing, but I ended up spending days pulling stuff out of the crawl space, which she wasn't supposed to have anything in it.
Yeah.
Long story, but it got down to the end, and the buyer, he had issues, PTSD and brain trauma, and he just kind of couldn't handle some things, and he'd just go flying off the handle.
Yeah.
And he was mad towards the end because everything wasn't perfect. And he was telling the buyer agent he was going to get an attorney and sue me and sue everybody. But she went to bat for me. She's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" She's like, you wouldn't have a home to move into right now. Like that guy worked his ass off with way above and beyond to make sure this would close. And now you're talking about suing him? Like, chill. Like,
I have like 3 bad reviews, and 2 of them are from buyers that I didn't accept their offers during like the 21 through 23 craze. I'm like, I had to do what's best for my client. Like, sorry you didn't get the house. Like, it's not my deal, you know? So, yeah. God, anyways, but it can be tough. But yeah, I can't believe somebody would. Actually, I can believe, because I bought a house from a lady 4 years ago, and she told me this, that she had to give the money to her boyfriend so he could pay his back taxes in London. I'm like, oh, really? Have you met this guy? Yeah, I met him twice, and we're like pen pal, like, you know, we're together. And I'm like, well, have you sent him other money? She's like, yeah, I've sent him a lot of my savings because he's always in trouble, and I'm trying to get him out of it. And I'm like, when was the last time you saw this guy? Just a couple months ago. I'm like, so you've seen him a total of 3 times then? She's like, yeah. I'm like, well, why don't you guys just move to his house in Phoenix? Oh, he just lost that. I'm like, you're getting scammed.
Yeah.
Like, if I buy this house from you, please don't give him all the money that you can.
Yeah.
When I'm like, where are you moving to? She's like, my brother's house. I'm like, okay. So I pray about it. I talk to some of my friends. They're like, somebody's going to buy it. If you don't, might as well buy it. Maybe do a holdback. So I asked her if I could do a holdback. She said no. Called her 3 weeks later after we closed. I said, how are you doing? She said, I'm all right. Well, what's going on? How are you and David? I haven't really talked to him because I gave him all the money, $250,000 she gave him. And he just wants more. And I don't know. We're just kind of on the fritz right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, where are you? Are you staying at your brother's? Yeah, I'm sleeping on the floor. She's like 80 years old. And I'm like, you should have let me hold $40,000 over for you. Like I wanted to, but anyways, long story short, it is what it is. So yeah.
Yeah. I have a similar story. First transaction as a realtor, trying to help this lady out. She sent all the money to somebody she'd never even met.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
Makes no sense, man.
Sad. Well, take away from this article, be careful, follow your title company's rules.
Well, I always tell my clients, I say, call them back
Yep.
and then get the person online that you've been dealing with and then run it by me. If you're not comfortable with them, we'll jump on a 3-way call, make sure you're good to go.
Exactly. And don't call a phone number that's in an email you just got.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look it up on their website or whatever the number you gave them as the right.
Always call to verify. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, from Realtor.com, mega investors are snapping up properties in these popular metros. Atlanta, Memphis, and LA are the top targets. Let's see.
Price has got to be moving down then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, if you're getting an owner carry situation or you're getting some sort of really good financing, then why not, right? It's hard for me with doing fix and flips not to hold everything, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Like just out of necessity, you got to keep the money coming and then keep some of them, or did you mean something else?
Like manufactured homes and stuff, I won't usually keep them, you know? So, but if I could flip them real quick, I will. I have, how many do I have? 2 or 3, I think, but they're on owner carries, and then another one of them's paid off. So it's just like, I might as well keep them because they're such low interest, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of common advice on the mobile homes is owner carry them. So you're not worrying about them.
Yeah. They count like how you can only have like 9 loans in your name, conventional loans, they say.
Yeah.
It's bullshit, by the way, because am I allowed to say words like that?
Yeah.
On the podcast?
I don't care.
Cool. Yeah, it's bullshit because when I try to get another conventional loan, they're like, well, you have 3 of these owner carries, so they count against you as loans. I'm like, no. You guys said conventional. Like, I negotiated that with the seller. So, yeah. So, thank you, Antonio. So, I think it's total crap that they count those against you. It should be 9 conventional loans, right? Whatever I negotiate with the seller is our freedom to do what we want to. But whatever, it's their money. They can do what they want.
Yeah. Well, thank God we got DSCR loans. You can
Oh, that's what I'm
yeah.
closing on one right now. Yep.
Yeah, just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, so what was the other thing that we're looking at? Or did you have any more to add to the investors snapping up those properties?
Yeah, I mean, that's always a hot button thing. Like, oh, all these investors are buying up all these rental properties. And yeah, but when you look at actual stats, it's not a huge amount. It's really most
Yeah.
mom and pops own
Well,
most.
in that
most of
article,
them.
does it say Blackstone's doing it? When they say investors, what are they referring to?
Here, let me click into the article. See if it mentions. I know Blackstone and BlackRock are always, in there. Yeah, it's interesting because BlackRock used to own Home Partners of America, and that's my niche is rent to own, and they backed out of the market for the rent to own.
Oh, they did.
At the first of this year, and so let's go to the next article from Long Island Life and Politics. Floral Park real estate attorney pleads guilty to embezzlement. So I read into this a little bit. He embezzled $1.7 million from escrow accounts of 30 clients within a 3-year period. He was just using it for going to nightclubs, luxury hotels, adult entertainment, whatever that is.
What's the guy's name that was doing it?
Terrence Doherty.
Doherty,
yeah. Man.
Doherty. How do you say it? Spell that.
Spelled like Dough, DOUGH, ERTY.
Oh, here it is, right here.
Yeah, 13 counts of grand larceny.
Like, why would you do that? You're an attorney. Like,
yeah.
I just don't understand why they would do that.
Risking everything. And guess what? He lost everything, and he's facing 3 to 10 years in prison.
Yeah, and honestly, it should be like a boxer that kills somebody. Like, you're using your powers to steal from other people lesser than you. Like, dude, you're done, man. Like, it just makes no sense to me with people like that. Yeah.
He doesn't need to give attorneys a worse name.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. Yeah.
Attorneys and realtors like us, people are giving us a bad name.
I agree 100%. And this is a young guy too, like looking at his stuff, just right. Wait, was it in Florida or where is it?
Floral Park. I don't know where that is actually.
Oh, Floral Park, New York. Yeah, here he is.
Oh yeah, it was Long Island Life and Politics. Yep.
Doesn't look like the type that would be a criminal, I guess, but like that. So, and going to the nightclubs.
Yeah, I guess he's probably not an old guy.
Yeah, no, he's young. He's probably like around our age, like 40s or something like that.
Yeah, I'm older than you. I'm 55.
You're 55?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's crazy.
Right?
I thought you were like 45, 43. That's unreal. Nice, good for you.
Look and sound very young.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, but I got the fountain of youth.
Yeah, you do.
I'll tell you all about it, but you got to pay me.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
Let's go to the next one. From Realtor.com, DJ Calvin Harris accuses his financial advisor of stealing $22.5 million to fund, quote, boondoggle, unquote, real estate scheme, a complete fraud.
Calvin Harris's?
Yeah. So I was reading it about it. So I guess his financial planner was trying to get him into this project called CMNTY, Community Culture Campus. It's like a big project that was projected to have a $900 million valuation once it was completed. And, it's one of these things. You read this article and Calvin Harris is saying he hasn't received any payment on loans. no equity returns, calling it a fraud.
And
Maybe it is, but maybe he's just pissed because he hasn't got his money right away. And of course, the other guy, the financial planner, is like denying wrongdoing, arguing that delays are due to market conditions, and says the development it remains viable. But so
that's crazy. I'm looking up the story right now. Yeah.
So that's a lot of money.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know. A DJ, I know he's a big name. 22 million is a lot of money.
Really big name, but still, yeah. But, there's two sides to every story. So maybe he's just not getting it back out. I mean, it's a depressed market anyways, and we all know that, right? So you got to buy right and do all that stuff. And I think a lot of people that get into investing like that, they just send in their money and they don't actually they hope it works, right? But they're not looking at the logistics. They hear it's real estate. They hear it's Los Angeles. They hear it's high rise, and then they expect it to get done. But there's a lot more factors that go into this. So
sure,
there's going to be two sides to every story on that.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll get the money back. It's just not in the timely manner that he was expecting.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, this is a development project. That's pretty much the riskiest thing you can do in real estate, right? Like flips are risky, but if you know what you're doing, you're kind of making educated decisions. But developments are so big and complex. And
I mean, the nice thing about a flip though is if it doesn't work out, you could rent it, right? If you get the time and the market really hits you. I mean, that's what I did. I had a flip in Prescott that I thought I was going to make $100,000 on, and then I got down to a price where I was going to make like 20 or 30. And I'm like, I'm just not willing to do that. No. So I have a renter in there, and she's paying the mortgage plus $300 a month. So it's good.
Yep. Yeah. I just got logged out of my notes here to stay on track.
I'm going to text her right now and see how she's doing, because we got to raise the rents. How often are you raising rents?
Once a year.
Yeah, same here. How much do you raise it?
Depends, $50 or $100. It depends on the rent price. I don't know. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, some of them, like, I'm probably, if I'm like 30% below market, which I generally am because it's gone up so fast and I haven't been raising rents, then I'm going up $100 to $200 a month on those, right? But I'm not going to go 500, but I'll do that. And I had one of my tenants reach out to me and he goes, "Hey, if you're going to keep doing this, I'm going to move out." I'm like, "Go for it." Like, that would be fine. Like, your rent is $1,800.
Yeah,
the rent, I just rented 3 of those houses for $2,350. You're $550 under. Like, I gotta raise it because my insurance went up $10,000 from last year to this year on all my rental properties, and then the tax assessors went up. So my handyman went up. Like, everything went up. So this is a business for me. Like, I'm not a charity man. Like, and I do help out a lot of people with the money I make. So, I'm constantly giving it away because I like doing that. But anyways, I try to go up $50 to $100 as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. We have a rent to own here in Denver. I forget what we bumped it up to. It was in the lease too. We put a cap on it. Cool. It might have been a couple $100 now that I think about it.
I let everybody know that, it's going to go up at some point in time. So we'll go up every year, generally speaking. So,
yeah. Cool.
What other news thing do we got?
Let's take a break to learn about one of our partners, if I can spit that out.
Cool.
Are you worried about where your money's headed in today's unpredictable market? At Accelerated Capital, their investors tell them that safety and security are their highest priorities. They want to wake up every day knowing their hard-earned money is working hard for them. In the best interest of their investors, Accelerated Capital carefully vets every opportunity. knowing that most of their investors want to avoid risky strategies and stick with more boring but proven asset classes and strategies. Accelerated Capital's team of seasoned real estate experts and financial strategists value long-term relationships and transparency. They're also there to help investors find a fit for their own personal goals. Accelerated Capital has options for both accredited and non-accredited investors at any stage of their investing journey. Visit acceleratemycapital.com to download a free copy of The Astute Investor and join their Legacy Wealth Collective private investor club. Or click Schedule a Call to book a short Capital Accelerator call today. To get started, visit Accelerated Capital at acceleratemycapital.com. That's acceleratemycapital.com. Accelerated Capital. Accelerate your wealth with alternative investments.
All right. That was the ad for our group. So I wanted to bring this up too, because what we were talking about on that last article was, people putting big chunks of money into these projects and just kind of going, I hope it works out, right?
Yeah.
So when you've got a bunch of money, like a Calvin Harris, he's got that one financial planner, but maybe he doesn't have a whole team, like a family office. So a lot of people don't know what that is. Basically, a rich family has a team of people that are tax strategists, financial planners, a whole team of people, and they're looking at these deals. They have guys or gals, whatever, that are looking at potential projects to put their money in and to make them more money. But they're usually not those kinds of families. They just want to protect their wealth and grow it, but not be, their risk tolerance is lower than somebody that's trying to claw their way up, right?
Yeah.
So but they've got a team, is my point. With what we provide is kind of that same amount of due diligence for like apartment syndications is what I'm getting at there. So we've got a team of people that basically put a syndicator into a Shark Tank scenario. Say they bring their deal, and then we, as like syndicator sharks, start asking them all the questions about their deal. Like, how long have they been in business? Have they, done a syndication and gone full circle where they refinanced out or sold it and got their investors their money back? Like, how many times have they done that? And so we have some limits, but having a group of people that know the right questions to ask makes somebody that's just, a doctor that's got a bunch of money and he wants to put it to work, but he doesn't know, how do you calculate ROI? Like, he's not looking at rent rolls and all that stuff. And the
do you guys have a meeting, like a Zoom meeting or an in-person meeting, where you go over all this stuff and help answer questions?
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, we haven't done one of those deals in a little bit. We've just kind of mainly focused on rent to own and co-living in the single family space, because you actually get better returns in single family. And that's my focus. But,
cool.
We go over what are the risks and benefits, and rent to own is amazing. That's why I got into it. Like,
tell me a little bit about rent to own. What do you mean by that?
So basically what we do is we call it a reverse lease option. So we find a buyer first that can't get a loan from the bank, but has a good chance to. And part of our process to make rent to own work out, because rent to own has been given a bad name from those big companies like BlackRock, and sometimes they do work out. Like, I know people that it has worked out fine, but we loop in a lender from the very beginning as kind of a CYA for everybody.
Yeah.
Just to see, like, where are they at now? Why can't they qualify? What do they need to do to qualify, and how long that's going to take? So once we know that and know that they're fit and they've got some money to pay up front for their option fee, we'll go buy them a house, just usually on market. And they usually need 1 to 3 years. But it's amazing because the difference
you buy
between
them a house.
what's that?
You buy them a house?
We buy the house for them. Yep.
No way.
Yeah. Like if it's on market, like we could just let them go pick out a house. That's the same way like BlackRock was doing it. And
they have to have how much money down?
So we look for 10% of the purchase price or more. So it's a sliver of the population that can't get into some kind of loan product.
Yeah.
So it's usually self-employed people. They've got some money, but banks don't like them, so they're not checking all the boxes that the bank needs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So what if after, say, 2 years, they're like, okay, we're ready to buy it from you. Then you're asking them to essentially refinance you out of the loan, right?
No, they go get a fresh loan.
Yeah.
They're
with
not
their
like,
own money.
yeah, they're not assuming a loan because we're going out and getting like a conventional loan with 20% down.
Conventional being DSCR or conventional being conventional? Because you can only do, right? Because we just got done talking about that conventional stuff.
Right. Yeah. So not an FHA because it's not like as an investor, we're not living in it. So get that or DSCR. Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We and our investors are just mom and pop investors, not loaded like holding these things in all cash. So there's a loan on it.
Oh.
So lenders love us because they get a loan up front and a loan on the back end too.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, they have no idea. I actually teach a CE class for agents and lenders about all this. And once they get it, they're like, "Oh, yeah,
dude, that's awesome." Okay,
yeah,
that's
cool.
Yeah, that's something I want to look at as well. Is doing.
Yeah, we could talk about it more for sure. Like the reason I bring rent to own up is you've got somebody with an owner's mindset and some skin in the game that's going to take care of the property because that's going to be their property, officially down the road. Where regular renter, they might be good people and take care of the property, but there's no guarantee, no skin in the game, and that kind of mindset isn't there.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's something to think about. I was thinking about selling some of my stuff on owner carries because you can charge up to 9.9%. I think,
Mm-hmm.
Then if you amortize it over 30, balloon it in 5 or whatnot, like makes sense. But
yeah, that's good too. Yeah. Then you don't have any. You're the bank. You're not getting calls, and we don't really get many calls either. Video freezing.
No. What's that?
Was my video freezing?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Okay. I got too many windows open, but I don't know how to get rid of all of them.
No.
Anyway. Well, hey, let's keep things moving here. From House Beautiful, this chilling new real estate scam could cost you everything. We're just here to scare people, I guess.
Yeah, I know, right? So I was like, let's get some positive stuff in here.
I know, right? We always follow up with a fun one at the end, but so this is talking about title pirates targeting vacant land. Also second homes and vacant properties. I don't know about you. Like I just the other day had somebody reach out. Hey, I want to sell some land. Total cold message to me. Like, I'm like, I'm not touching that. Like, no one just reaches out to you. Hey, I see you're an agent. Would you sell my land? No.
Yeah, I know.
It's got to be a scammer.
Or they write you and then they're like, well, I can talk through WhatsApp. It's like, oh yeah, I know who you are. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Big red flag.
I wish they would have like a department that like you could just write into real quick, like, hey, this number is trying to give me, do you want to take it from here, type thing. So.
Yeah. They're getting tricky with that. Actually, like getting their names on title, like it's hard to even figure out if it's a scam.
Yeah.
Actually, right after this, I gotta go meet up with a seller for some land, but
really?
I know he's real. So
yeah. So yeah, those happen all the time. Just don't be naive. And if it sounds too good to be true, usually it's going to be too good to be true. Like, you just don't want to get tied up in stuff like that. I've never have, because I'm always like, sure, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm so busy. I try not to give that time of day, So
Yeah. Keep moving. Yeah, I know my partner Josh Shanley. He's been listing a lot more land recently, which is really nice. Just, you're not dealing with a property, like a building.
Yep.
and
Yeah.
and emotions and all that, right?
Yeah, leaving the lights on and that type of thing. There's pros and cons to it for sure, because
Yeah.
some of them don't move as fast, but then when they do move, it's it's usually not as emotional because people aren't tied into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just dirt. Well, our next article from Real Estate News: NAR has bled realtors dry. New antitrust suit alleges.
What's that mean?
I read into it a little bit more late last night. It's basically this guy. He's a managing broker, has a whole team. The way I read it, and he was upset that he's paying NAR, National Association of Realtors, and his local realtor association, and then it also is getting into like multiple MLSs. I don't know, like here in Colorado, we've got 11 or 12 MLSs.
Yeah.
And so the managing broker, like this guy, has to be a member of all of those in order for his agents. And he's got I don't know how big his agent team was, but it's like he's paying all these different fees just to be part of these different MLSs. So that's what he's upset about. But they're
trying to do here in Arizona too, is just make it one big MLS, which will be cool,
Yeah.
So.
If it's a good one, right? Like our one here in Denver, the main one is good. It's well run. It's just got bought out recently, but like there's one a couple hours away from us that is freaking terrible. Like they're kind of old school and they're just trying to make it hard for everybody. It's like, well, if that was the one that we ended up going with and it sucked for everybody, it could go either way, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a debate, a timeless debate. Like people don't. Like I had somebody I've got a group of like 6,000 Colorado agents, and somebody popped in there like, "Hey, is there a brokerage I could join that doesn't require you to join NAR?" And it's like, oh my God, there's a can of worms, because it's like, first of all, I asked like, why are you not wanting to join NAR, right? Some people don't want to pay; they don't see the value in it. Right. And sure, it's not going to be perfect, but
no,
I mean, we could talk for hours on that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah. I mean, I get where he's coming from, and I think one would be nice, but then you're kind of like monopolizing. I don't know. But each, like the Sedona one that we have here, is like very close knit. They like things a certain way, which I get, and it holds the standard up higher, right? And there's other ones that are a little bit more loosey goosey, but then you got to add all those fees onto it if you want to sell out there. But that guy, like, he's complaining about how it's draining him, but that's kind of the cost of business at that point. And he knew going into it that that's what it was going to be. Yeah. So I think for me, like if I want to go sell in those other counties, then I just have to understand like that's cost of business, and I'm going to have to go into it. But I guess I'd be afraid of the monopolization of Phoenix, coming up here. And then when you add one big umbrella like that, and then a Phoenix agent can come up here and do more business, it's going to make it more competitive and dilute it a little bit. So maybe that adds a little bit of entry of barrier so that it keeps it to more local knowledge than somebody outside, somebody coming in from Phoenix, just being able to sell everywhere will just do it, right? Because they're not very busy and they're like, okay, cool, I could do this, but they're not going to get the same type of service because they don't understand the area. You got to let them in as agents unless you have a combo box. I just did 2 deals with 2 out of Phoenix and agents. They asked me for my termite inspector, my home inspector, all this stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it because I want to get the deal done. Right. But like, I don't know. It would have been cool if they would have, because when you use an agent here in our town, that money goes back into our community, right? When somebody comes sells property here, they take that commission, they bring it back down to Phoenix and they bring it into that economy. So I don't know. It's just hard. And then they want to do their title and escrow down there in Phoenix. And it's like, but you're selling a Prescott property, then you're using a Prescott you're selling a Prescott property, but you're using a Phoenix escrow company, then you're using a Phoenix lender, then you're using a Phoenix agent, lender, and escrow company. So all 3 of those big services are getting the money filtered away from our community. So
good points.
Yeah, that's my thought on it. And everybody will have they can combat it and bring up their point, and I'm more than willing to listen to it. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Yeah,
those are good points.
Yeah.
They also mentioned Compass was involved in this, and they're forcing the co-founder of Zillow to come in and be under testimony for like 3 hours or something.
Oh, really?
So, not sure. Boy, Zillow's been under fire. That's whole Compass thing. That's a whole other thing, merging with all these other companies. We'll have to talk about that another time.
Yeah. I think, you were going to bring up NAR, and I thought the number one point I was going to bring up is that was our biggest mistake that we ever made, was giving our listings to Zillow and Realtor.com so that they could charge us for our leads.
Yeah.
And we didn't do we charge them anything and they just get free data?
Yep.
Like they just took money out of all of our pockets. Like that's the stuff I get upset about, because I'm the one that goes out, secures the listing, does all the marketing, and then they get to take it and then market it back to me with the buyers that I want. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know why they did that, but yeah.
It was smart. Sucks for us.
Yeah.
All right. From National Enquirer, Wolf of West Virginia, sentenced to prison in real estate fraud scheme, ordered to pay nearly $400,000. Theodore Miller, sentenced to 7 years in prison and ordered to repay that $400,000. $400,000 from 180 investors. I didn't do the math on that, but that's a lot of different investors. Must have been some kind of a.
Read that one more time.
Yeah, so he defrauded 180 different investors out of 400,000.
Yeah,
it's like what's the math on that? Like some kind of. Well, that's why syndications and syndication attorneys and law are in place, so you can't go take advantage of people that are like, oh, I got 5 or 10,000, like here, go invest this, but they're not in real estate. They don't have the wherewithal to like absorb a loss like that, you know?
Yep. Like, it's just making the world a harder place for people that want to get their money out there. Dude, my thing is like, just treat people with kindness and don't screw them over. Like, why do we have to all do that? Like, are you that greedy? Like, just work a little bit harder. The world would be such a better place, but if we didn't do that. But also people get off the hook too easily. So I think it's in India or someplace, right? If you steal something, you get your hand chopped off. Like that's pretty bad, but most people don't steal stuff because they don't want their hand chopped off, you know? So, yeah.
Well, luckily guys like this, 7 years in prison, that'll make him think, and, we're sharing this. Other people will be like, ooh, maybe I should think twice before I try to defraud some people. Because 7 years in prison, that's even if it's shortened.
Right.
1 day in prison could change your life, right? Yeah, maybe I don't want to go.
Oh, I wouldn't want to go to prison. No,
I'm too pretty, man.
Yeah. I got my family, dude. I don't want the bad rap of that. So I'm just not that person.
No, God.
But just treat people with kindness, dude. People would stop being so untrusting, obviously, if we just had more trust.
Yeah.
Like we could just, be kind to each other. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Well,
My point to it is there's got to be stiffer penalties for people that do stuff. Like, yeah. You can't get in trouble over and over and over again. And then it's okay. So did I tell you one? I told you one of my flips got broken into today or
before we started the show. Yeah.
So I called the police and they came over, they did a report, and I said, "Oh, I saw you were following us, you flipped a Yui and pulled over the guy that was behind us." And he goes, "Oh yeah, he was going 50 and a 35." And he's like, the guy that got pulled over was like, "Can you please not give me a ticket?" And he's like, "Well, when's the last time you've been pulled over?" He's like, July. And he's like, "What about before that? January. What about the time for that?" Well, it was November. He's like, "You obviously haven't learned. I'm giving you another ticket." Like, these people just don't learn because there's not harsh enough consequences. Like, dude, if you get pulled over 4 times in 12 months for speeding, like, there's got to be more consequence because they're just not learning, like, in my opinion. And that speeding could kill a kid or like injure somebody or something like that. It's just, man, we're too loosey-goosey with stuff.
That guy must be speeding all the time. Because, like, how many times?
I never get pulled over, dude. And I do speed, but I'm not super excessive about it, but I do speed. So, but just like you said, he must be speeding all the time. So,
excessively if he's getting pulled over that many times.
For sure.
Oh, my goodness. Let's go on to our next scam article from WWSB Sarasota. Venice woman posed as a real estate agent and scammed couple out of thousands. So Andrea Moss, 59, Venice, Florida, charged with grand theft from a person 65 or older. That must be like an extra penalty, and unlicensed real estate activity. So I guess she got accepted $6,200 from an out-of-state couple for a rental. And it sounds like she was a property manager, but
she didn't have her license?
Didn't have her real estate license.
Yeah.
So her management rights had been revoked months earlier, and formal charges were filed. So she just kept doing her thing and scam these people.
Yeah, that happens all the time where people are trying to rent a home in my town.
Yeah.
And they put it on Craigslist or something like that, and they get scammed out of sending the deposits.
Yep. Somebody takes the pictures and creates a new posting, right?
People are like, they call me, they're like, "Are you a real person?" And they'll look me up and all this stuff, which I'm totally okay with. Like, I'd rather them do that, but because they don't want to be scammed, and I get it. Which adds a little bit more work for me because I literally just rented 2 apartments to people that I never met until they actually moved in, which was kind of crazy, but I've had good luck. So usually if they pass the test of whatever I have in my mind. Yeah.
So you're managing all of your properties?
Yeah.
Good for you.
But I have a good retention rate. It's not as much work as you think it is.
Yeah. If you
and I have these guys that like the tenants have their numbers. So if there's anything big, they just call them directly, or small, they just call them directly. And then if it's big enough, my guys will call me and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. You're cool with it?" They'll send me a text and I'll say yes. But if it's like on the tenant, like this one tenant moved into one of the places and then all of a sudden the toilet started clogging. So I had to get the sewer line cleaned, right? Then it happened 2 days later. I had to get the sewer line cleaned. Well, guess what came out of that? I'll give you one guess. Feminine products.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So I'm like, "Can you tell how old they are?" He's like, "No, I mean, it's pretty messy." And so I was like, "Okay, well, now it's scoped, right? So if it happens again and there's feminine products, she's going to pay for it." So anyways. Yeah.
Basic rule. Don't flush those stupid things. Same with those flushable wipes that they say are flushable. Like, no. Like, those are clogged too, even though they say flushable.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, good
it's
on
not
you.
flushable, dude. It's not flushable. Like
Yeah.
just yeah.
Yeah.
But I manage them. I like it. It's just it's been good for me. And my retention, I can't tell you how many people are like, thank God you're the landlord. Like I don't have to go through another company. I don't have to do any of this. Like most people stay 5 years, with me, although I'm raising rents. So maybe my retention won't be as good, but as soon as something's broken, I get it fixed. Like I'm not a slumlord. So I literally got to put in let me ask you a question. So one of my HVACs is going bad, right? I can save $2,000 if I buy 2 of the units, because then they don't have to have the crane come back out. But one of them's still working, one of them's not. Like, do I just spend the money and get 2 brand new ones or no?
Wait, how much are you saving?
$2,000.
$2,000. What are they per normally? Like if you bought them,
like $8,000 each. So I'm, yeah.
It's a good question. Well, how old are they? They both the same age? Kind of end of life?
I think so.
If they're end of,
I mean, he said they were the same thing. Let me see.
Yeah, because if they're both kind of end of life, it's like, yeah.
He said if we do both brand new RUDs, 12,600. If we only do one, it's 7,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Antonio?
Yeah, that's an interesting. I would just look and see, if they're end of life, then yes, for sure. But if they're, if it's only a couple years old, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, yeah, no, like save that money.
So yeah, that's one question I don't know that I got clarified.
Yeah. I know. Well, cool. Let's take a break for our next partner and we'll get back into it.
Are you looking to elevate your business through exceptional content? Universe Media Publishing is your gateway to success. We understand that in the world of business, content is king, but not just any content. Your business deserves content that captivates, convinces, and converts your audience into clients. At Universe Media Publishing, we specialize in crafting SEO-rich web content, persuasive copywriting, and marketing copy that resonates with your audience. We don't just write, we engage, we connect, and we deliver results. Imagine your brand's voice amplified, your message crystal clear, and your presence dominating the digital landscape. That's the power of partnering with Universe Media Publishing. Don't let your business just blend in. Stand out, be heard, and make an impact. Connect with us at Universe Media Publishing, and let's turn your vision into reality. Visit universemediapublishing.com today. Your story, our expertise. Together, we'll create magic.
Okay, we're back. And from Jason Miller's Substack. This is the first time we've had an article from Substack. AutoZone is repurposing the real estate of bankrupt big box retailers as new mega hub stores. So they're taking like Bed Bath & Beyond, Big Lots, Toys R Us, Kmart, and turning them into these mega AutoZones. I haven't seen that here in the Denver market. Have you seen that? Probably not in Prescott, but down in Phoenix. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably like, I would say Arizona's probably 2 years behind California, and then Prescott is probably a couple years behind Phoenix in some of those things. So, yeah. Meanwhile, working on you. Yeah, Antonio's right. So with the AutoZone play, say it one more time.
Oh, they're just taking big box stores and turning them into mega AutoZones, 50,000 square foot.
I've never even seen one down in Phoenix that I can think of now.
Yeah, it says there's 133 already, so aiming for 300 nationwide.
Well, just like what Antonio said is like working on your car is getting more difficult anyway. So like
Yeah.
a lot of those are getting more computerized. So, and the engines are kind of, I don't know, from what I can tell, it's harder to work on your vehicle. So,
Yeah. Antonio says he hasn't seen one in Vegas yet. Yeah. Interesting. I wonder what they're putting in there. 100,000 SKUs. I've been in my local AutoZones. There's a lot of stuff, but like what are they going to fill 50,000 square feet with? It'll be,
dude, there's no way that we have an AutoZone in Prescott Valley and we have Napa, and then we have a O'Reilly's.
right.
That's it. And then they have the same 3 stores in Prescott, and that's all we have. So it's not, we can't support a 50,000. We can barely like support a big furniture store. We're only 150,000 people, and that's like a 20-mile radius. So,
yeah.
But it's interesting. I mean, I would love to buy the commercial space that AutoZone is in,
Yeah.
Like, I think that'd be super cool. If that ever came to me, I'd probably do it. So,
Yeah.
which I did just get offered like a 12-plex to buy in a different town, which I've been kind of thinking about. I don't know. Do we have to stay to the topics that we're talking about, like with those? Like is that what your audience likes, or no? Can you deviate a little bit?
We in this show we've deviated a lot more than we normally do, but I freaking love it. Let's do it, because if it's interesting for you and I, let's just.
I mean, dude, so I can buy this 12-plex right in a little town that's growing, and I can buy it for under $2 million, and I could sell 2 of my houses and have like half of the down payment down.
Yeah.
And it brings in 200,000 a year, and I'm like, dude, that would be really nice to have that. Like I could go in, fix some stuff up, bring up the value of it, and then I have 12 doors right there for 4 of my houses, which 4 of my houses bring in 100 grand, right? So it just might make more sense to do that. Now I'm going to have more headaches, so I'll probably have to pay a property manager, but maybe I could have my in-laws doing that because they're retiring here soon. So,
there you go.
Just pay them like 30 grand for the year to just answer the phones and handle that. Like, it's not going to be a full-time job. It's going to be super part-time.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know.
That sounds cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You run the numbers. Does it make sense?
I mean, I can do it in my head pretty quick, and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. But I'd have to do DSCR probably. Well, you'd have to do a jumbo loan, right?
Oh.
Is it anything over 750? Is that what it is?
Oh, for DSCR, like a limit?
No. If you're getting a loan over $750,000.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure. I mean, would that be considered a commercial loan?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It would be a commercial loan. What am I thinking?
Yeah. So, and I'm assuming that's a 20, maybe 30% down, right? At least 20, because it's an investment, if not more, because it's commercial.
Yeah.
Your lender.
Yeah, I wonder if that would be. Do regular lenders, do commercial loans like that?
Not all, yeah. I can put you in touch with my buddy Dominic Danino. He's a broker, and he does flips and all sorts of creative stuff, rent to own and stuff. In fact, he'd be a good connection for you, I think. Either way.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, send him my way.
Yeah. He's actually considering getting licensed and joining up with us too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. He has been in the past, but he's mainly been a lender, worked for, and run some big teams on the lending side as well. So yeah, he's a badass, but yeah, he could get you lined up.
Okay, cool.
See what your options are. So
yeah. Okay. That'd be awesome.
Okay, so from Stock Titan, Land and Buildings issues letter detailing why. Easy for me to say. Land and Buildings issues letter detailing why now is the time to finally unlock Six Flags substantial trapped real estate value. That's a long one. I didn't quite understand this because they're talking about separating Six Flags real estate through a REIT, doing a spin out or sale leaseback that could generate up to $6 billion and deliver as much as 130% upside for shareholders. This is when it's nice to have like maybe a commercial guy, on the show, on the panel.
Yeah.
Because this is out of my zone.
Dude, that's awesome. Though, I mean, why would they do that though? They would lease it back to themselves.
Yeah, it's interesting when they get all creative doing that stuff.
Well, there's got to be some tax benefit and obviously monetary benefit, but
yeah, 130% upside. They said $6 billion. I don't know if anybody's listening on YouTube and can comment that knows what this means. Let us know.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go to our next one from USA Today. Rent control gets another look amid a national housing crisis. This always rears its head, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Always. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on rent control?
Oh, I think that the market will dictate it because it's already happening here. So I put up a property for $1,550 a month, and I had one or two people inquire, and I'm like, oh man, I don't like the people I'm getting. I'm going to have to go down a little bit lower. I thought I was going to have 5 or 10. I lowered it down to 15, still $1,450, got way better, but still not enough. I dropped it to 14, and I had like 20 people that came, and I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I want right here. And I got the right person. So, but the market told me it wasn't worth $1,550, so the market does its own stuff.
Yep. Just let it do its thing.
They
mentioned,
I don't know, rent controls. Yeah, I could see where.
Well, I've
if
delved
everybody
into this
voted with their dollars, then it would be different. If people just understood how they can truly win the voting game, and it's with what you spend money on. So my Apple Watch went dead, right? And the screen broke. And it was going to cost me essentially $300 to get everything fixed. I'm like, that's like buying a brand new one. So I ended up buying a Fitbit off of Nextdoor that was brand new for $50, and I love it. But because I'm voting against buying something for $500 from Apple, because I just don't want to, especially if it can break that easily, So, and I also vote with my dollars by buying more expensive stuff through Costco because they warranty stuff. And I don't know, man, it's just voting with your dollars. It's like when a new movie comes out on Amazon or something and it's like $30. Like if I really want to watch that movie, I'll wait until it goes down to like 10, 15, maybe 20 if I really want it. But that's me voting with my dollars. And that takes self-control. It takes restraint. And like, maybe we all can't do that all the time, but if everybody practiced it more often, then we would be in a much better spot in this world. So, yeah.
This article.
But a lot of people they say they want rent control, but the taxes go up, the insurances go up, the handymen go up. Like they can't afford to keep up that building. Like, sure, if you want to live in a piece of crap house, then we can have it be rent controlled. But then if it's going to be rent controlled, then I want the government to step in. If they're going to step in and control what I rent, then they need to step up and control what HVAC guys can charge me, roofers can charge me, a handyman can charge me.
Right.
Where do you stop it? I don't know.
Well, you hit on the main thing with rent control right there. Because if you're de-incentivized to rent to people, you're not going to keep up with the property. You're not going to make improvements. The quality of your rental is just going to go down because you're hogtied. And then other investors aren't going to want to get into the game. They might not even be able to because the numbers don't work. And then the pool of rentals dwindles and the quality dwindles. And then you've just got these shitty rentals. And so that's really the gist of why rent control just doesn't work.
And the other
over
thing
time.
is like what Antonio said is like, if you look at all these beautiful cities like Seattle, Portland, LA, New York City, like they're all ran by, I mean, I'm getting a little bit political here, right? But look at how they're ran, their Democratic Party, and those beautiful cities are just turning into what's the one on Batman?
Gotham.
Gotham. It's turning into Gotham, dude. It's just like there's crime everywhere. Like there has to be more order. There has to be more, like you can't let people do. Human beings are meant to have a leader and like be like, we look to people for that type of thing. Like we need more order. We need more we need more of that type of thing. So yeah, we can't be socialist. Yeah, we can't be turning into socialist and communist cities without the policies of the communism, right? Like it just doesn't work out. Like we can't do that, in my opinion. It's just a slippery slope, man, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, that's a good, slippery slope.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta keep it true.
It's like one of my friends, I think they went to Seattle or something like that. They said there's needles all over the ground. There's people pooping all over the ground. Like there's all these tents and everything. Like you're not only going to, so you get that, right? How many people want to bring their families there to go do tourism and stuff like that when they see all of that because of it not being safe and exposing their kids? They're not only going to lose money by that, they're going to lose everything when they lose the tourism and they move good people wanting to move in there. Like that's when the city just goes to trash. And then it goes to, I'm all about helping people and like getting them help, but don't let them free fall through it, So yeah. Needles, feces, trash all over the place. Like, yeah. How are you seeing that in Denver at all?
Yeah. They've cleaned up some areas, and I don't know what they did to clean them up, but the tent cities are gone in some areas. Yeah. But I know like the buyer on that condo I sold that became a nightmare where he was going to sue me. He was trying to get out of a neighborhood where apparently they're busing in Venezuelans. And he said, I mean, there's people fighting every night, and like he was scared for him and his kids. Yeah. So he just wanted to get to a nicer area. So like, and I don't know who's busing them in. Yeah. Like from where? Because some of these different states will do that. They're like, oh, we're cleaning up our cities, and they'll like pay them whatever, put them on a bus and send them to another city. Like, well, that's not solving the problem.
Yeah, one of my friends tried to tell me that like Trump is putting kids in cages and stuff and shipping them out. I'm like, dude.
Some kids should be in cages, but go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, right. But I just don't believe that's. I think there's two parts to every story, right? And there's the radical right and the radical left, and like there's just the point is like if you can see if there is a strong case study that shows how certain cities are ran, and you can compare those two together, and they're ran by different policies. Which one's doing better? And you do that over and over and over again, and that one keeps outshining the other. Obviously, this one works. So, yeah. Top 5 U.S. cities showing strong growth or momentum in 2025. Princeton, Texas surges about 30% in population year over year, becoming one of the fastest growing cities in the country. Salina, Texas, leading growth rate of more than 16% among U.S. cities in 2025. Texas, also, again, Flusher, also among the top fastest growing populations growth rate. Huntsville, Alabama, now estimated at nearly 250, growing rapidly with close to 16% increase. Yeah, that's crazy to read that, Antonio. So
that's big numbers. 30% increase.
Dude, that's huge. That's like alarming. I mean, Florida was doing that for a while too, man. There was like 1,000 people a day moving in there in 21, 22. It was just insane. So, yeah.
Got some challenges.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's go to our fun news item. Richest billionaires in real estate from Stacker. Stacker.com. Let's see. Richest billionaires in real estate showcase how property has created vast fortunes through development, management, and investments. Donald Bren leads the list with 19 billion, followed by Stephen Ross at 17 billion and Jeff Green at 9 billion. I don't know any of those names, but
neither do I. You know who I do know is oh my gosh, what is his name? He owns like $1 billion in real estate. I went to a party with him and talked to him for like 45 minutes. He was so cool. He's a shorter guy.
Pace Morby?
No, not Pace. I met him for like 10 minutes one time.
Yeah. I went to
I know Beardy Brandon. You probably know Brandon Turner.
Yep, I know him. And
yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. How I got my start is Bigger Pockets.
Yeah, me too. That's what I did. I listened to podcasts every single day while I was hiking, first thing in the morning before I went to work. Yeah. And then my mindset was get listings so I can get commissions, so I can get the rentals, so I can pay them off, so I can get to financial freedom.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's cool. I get, because Bigger Pockets is based here in Denver, and then he flew in for a thing. So I got to meet him and Josh Dorkin, the original founder back in the day. So it's cool rubbing elbows with guys like that. I just love Brandon Turner's vibe. He's just got such a good attitude.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's such a great guy. Yeah. Donald Trump.
Yeah. Rick Caruso, Leonard Stern also highlight diverse ways.
Seeing any of those?
We're talking to the choir here. I mean, there's a reason we're in real estate, right?
Yeah.
Build wealth.
I mean, I would love to be at that point. If I got to that point, I'd be helping out a ton of people. I always said if I won that, what was it, like $1.3 billion lottery that was here in Arizona, my son's like, what would you do? I'm like, what would you do? He's like, buy a 3D printer. What would you do? I'm like, I would help a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing I got the most excited about was helping people, people that are working hard and just striving to do stuff, because there's a lot of people out there that are striving to do better for themselves and they're working their butts off, but they're just not gaining traction. So,
Dude, I need to send you a video I just put on Facebook about that exact thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes. I'll connect with you after this on Facebook and Instagram, and then I'll share that.
Cool.
Well, cool, man. This flew by. I mean,
I know it did. I was looking at it too. I got a tenant coming over to drop off some money to me right now, so I got to run. But yeah,
right on.
This is awesome. Tell Antonio I said hi.
Well, can you hang on for a few more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll end this. I just got to finalize a few things. I'd like to thank our sponsors: United States Real Estate Investor Advertising, Accelerated Capital at acceleratemycapital.com, Universe Media Publishing at universemediapublishing.com, and of course, thanks to our one and only guest, James Michener.
Thank you.
Oh, why don't you let people know how they can connect with you?
Oh, Instagram would be great if they go to Financial Free Realtors on Instagram, or just look me up, James R. Michener on Facebook. Also send me a text if you'd like at 928-308-4700. So, by the way, we're like reorganizing all this stuff right here. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
A little bit of cleaning. That's a little dirty. I see that there. It's okay.
What was it?
My office just looks a little bad right there. Whatever. It is what it is. So, yeah. So cool. Thanks, James. I appreciate it.
Right. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Can you hang on a little bit more?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Again, I'm your host, James Brown. Feel free to connect with me by going to Linktree/partner with James Brown. Got a bunch of links on there. And if you want help on your investing journey, book time with me to see how we can work together. by going to jamesbrownrealestate.com/coaching. Also, a huge thanks to our founder and producer, Antonio Holman with United States Real Estate Investor. Follow and subscribe to This Month in Real Estate Investing at thismonthinrealestateinvesting.com or your favorite podcast app. We're on all the podcast apps. If you run across any interesting news, events, or have suggestions for expert guests like James Michener, feel free to share by emailing Antonio at UnitedStatesRealEstateInvestor.com. And remember, when one door closes, another door opens to financial freedom. See you next month.